Imagine your body as a rechargeable battery. Especially as you grow older and life's overall stressors tend to build up, you start realizing how there are things that drain this battery and things that recharge it. Another thing to keep in mind here is that your body doesn't differentiate between these stressors, since they all take a toll on your overall energy levels, as we said, and go kind of in the same bucket. Something also called allostatic load, if you want a more scientific and fancy word. Another term coined by leading neuroscientist Lisa Feldman is body budget. But I would say let's stick to the battery metaphor for now, since I like keeping things simple. So, for instance, dealing with the constant demands of parenthood, financial stress, long hours at a stressful job, staying up late, or having your kids interrupt your sleep, a lack of personal time, and a poor diet. These are all things that can contribute to depleting your battery. On the other hand, things such as a relaxing vacation, a good night's sleep, or even a good power nap can actually recharge your battery. Now, to understand this concept even better, you have to think of your body's energy system from a more holistic and long-term perspective. For example, there are activities that temporarily might cost energy, but ultimately replenish it. For instance, when you're stressed and exhausted, a walk in the woods might initially feel like a drain, but once you get your sneakers on and you're in the midst of a peaceful forest, you start to feel rejuvenated. In fact, one of the best ways to replenish and even extend your battery reserves and to overall feel great is by adding to your life all those habits that make you stronger, leaner, and in general help you look good naked. By the way, if all this resonates with you, you will also enjoy our daily Busy Dad newsletter, so make sure you subscribe to that. By doing so, you'll get our free 5-day nutrition course that helps you tackle all the common nutrition obstacles you face as a busy dad. It just takes a minute to subscribe, so go get it done right now and come back to keep watching. Alright, so to get to the point of today's topic, let's start with the good news. If you're always struggling to start or stay consistent with exercise, it's not necessarily because you're lazy. Actually, most times it's because your body is already maxed out, responding to the demands placed upon it by daily life. Therefore, adding one more thing to your plate feels overwhelming, which is entirely normal. The bad news are that making a change, especially if you're a busy dad, feels like a catch-22, since the more drained you are, the less motivated you are to do the things that will get you out of this depleted state. In other words, it's a little bit of a paradox, since gaining energy requires spending energy first. So how do you break from this cycle of exhaustion when you're constantly prioritizing the majority of your battery resources towards work, towards providing for your family, being present for your kids, and juggling all kinds of adult obligations and to-do lists that never feel to end? The answer is that you must begin by recognizing that investing in your well-being is not selfish, but essential. By prioritizing your physical and by extension to that your mental and emotional health, you're better equipped to handle the demands of parenthood and work in the long run. You also set a positive example for your children, and all this leads to an overall more fulfilling life for both you and your loved ones. In the short term, there are strategies that you can employ to jumpstart your energy levels. One of the best ones, for example, or at least in my opinion, is having a calisthenics routine or a calisthenics and dumbbell hybrid routine that you can do anywhere and any time. And doing that as early as possible in the day, ideally early in the morning before your day's stressors have a chance to deplete you. Using caffeine or pre-workout supplements can also provide a temporary boost in order to help you push through the fatigue and inertia as you build up a routine. Plus, I've even written a whole book about this topic. You can also check that out. In the long run, true consistency comes from cultivating habits that overall nourish your body and mind, but also by strategically removing unnecessary habits, mindsets, and behaviors and people that drain you. It's about finding the right balance of training volume, intensity, and frequency when it comes to training. It's about focusing on wholesome foods and a balanced diet that fuels your body for optimal performance. And it's also about cultivating a growth mindset while having like-minded people around you support your goals and hold you accountable when it comes to human relationships and community. Lastly, keep in mind that chronic stress and fatigue can take a serious toll on your body, leading to all kinds of different health issues, from a slow metabolism, difficulty losing weight, a compromised immune system, and getting constantly sick, to all kinds of different, basically, psychosomatic manifestations that can differ from person to person. Therefore, although working on your fitness and nutrition at this exact moment will always be uncomfortable, the cost of postponing that for later is always a lot bigger. The truth is that you'll never have more time in the future, and the best time to invest in your health and fitness is always today. So start slowly, at one habit at a time. And if you want some extra motivation and help on how to do all this, make sure that you subscribe to our Busy Dad newsletter to get daily advice on how to put all this together. That's also for today. If you have any questions at all, make sure you leave them below. I always do my best to get back to every single one of you. And until next time, keep on trading.